In super chain or assignment, the first question. So in AC circuit, AC runs at a time of 5 hours. Voltage is given as 220. Then power is equal to power supplied by AC source is equal to power is equal to I into V. So from this we have to find the current flowing in the circuit. I is equal to P by V. So here power is equal to how much power it is 2 units. That means 2 kilovolts, which is equal to 2 into 10 cube. So 2000 by voltage is 220. On calculating it, we get a current flowing in it is so that is 9 amperes. 9 amperes of current. Next, heating effect. The fraction of loss of heat during Joule heating effect, that is so power P is equal to power consumed by copper wire, which is equal to I square R, resistance of copper wire. So here I square into resistance of copper wire is written as resistivity of copper rho. R is equal to rho L by length of copper wire by area of cross section pi into radius of cross section whole square. So now here 9 whole square, because of current it is 9. Resistivity of copper is 11.7 into 10 power minus 8 into length of the conductor. Here the length of the conductor is given as 10 centimeters, which is equal to 10 by 100 whole by 3.14 into r square. So radius 1 millimeter, it is converted into 10 power minus 3 whole square. So by calculating it, the power consumed by copper wire is equal to, we get 4 joules per second. Now we have to find the fractional change. So here the fractional change is equal to fractional change. So that fractional change is equal to power consumed by. So what is the power consumed here? 4. Power consumed by original power. What is the original power? That is 2000. 2000. So percentage of fractional change of heat is equal to 4 by 2000 into 100. So by calculating it, we get 0.2 percentage. Similarly, we have to use another value. So in the place of aluminum, so copper, we have to split aluminum. So resistivity of aluminum is 2.7. So next, the fractional change of aluminum case, it is fractional percentage change of heat, it is so percentage change of heat during aluminum, that is equal to 6.4 by 2000 into 100. Total you get how much value? 0.32 percentage. In the second sum, a resistance of 6 ohms, it is connected to the terminals of 6 volts battery. The battery supplies a current I. Here the current in the circuit I is equal to V by R, which is equal to voltage is 6 and resistance is 6. Totally 1 ampere of current. Now the number of electrons per unit volume is given as 29. Length of the conductor is 10 centimeters. Area of cross section is 1 millimeter square. We know about in a cylindrical conductor, electric current I is equal to NEA/VD. So from this, you have to find the drift velocity. So drift velocity VD is equal to I by NEA. So electric current is 1. The number of electrons per unit volume 10 power 29 into electron charge 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into area of cross section. That area of cross section is 10 power minus 3 whole square. This is well. So this is VD. Then after calculating here kinetic energy of the free electron, which is equal to half into mass of electron into drift velocity whole square. Therefore half into mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 9.1 into 10 power minus 19 here. So mass of electron into drift velocity. Drift velocity is replaced with here 1 by 10 power 29 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into 10 power minus 6 whole square. So that is, so minus 31 here. So half kinetic energy equal to half m v d square. So finally we get that kinetic energy is 2 into 10 power minus 2 into 10 power minus 2 into 10 power minus 17 joule per joules of energy. In third question, the power consumed is equal to P is equal to V into I. So in this current flowing in the circuit is P by V. Power is given as 250 kilowatts, so that is 10,000 by voltage is equal to 1 kilowatt, that is 1000. Totally you get here, totally we get 25 amperes of current. 25 kilowatts here, 25 kilowatts and voltage is equal to 1000. Totally 25 amperes of current is flowing in the circuit. In fourth question, the amount of heat absorbed by water is voltage is V square by R into T. But for first coil, the amount of heat taken by the first coil is I square R1 into 6 minutes is given, 6 into 60. And for second coil, we have to heat the same quantity of water. The amount of heat required is I square into R2 into 8 minutes, 8 into 60. Both are having same, H, both are equal. So by equating it, you have to derive the relation between R1 and R2 resistance. So here R1 is equal to 4 by 3 of R2. Both are in the connected in series combination. The amount of heat energy required to heat the water is H is equal to V square by R effective. But in series combination, R effective is R1 plus R2 is there into delta T is equal to V square by H is replaced with the first coil equation V square by R1 into 6 into 60. So by using this, the duration of time is equal to, substituted here, so in the replace R1 is equal to 4 by 3 of R2, we have a value of 10.5 minutes. And the second, both are connected in parallel. Both are in parallel. In parallel, effective resistance is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, which is equal to. So replace here R1 is equal to 4 by 3 of R2. We get a value of 7 by 11 of R1. That is the effective resistance. Now here H is equal to, H is equal to V square by R effective value. R effective value into delta T dash is equal to V square by R1 of T value, that is 6 into 60. So using this V square cancel. Here in parallel combination, R effective value is equal to 7 R1 by 11 into delta T dash is equal to 1 by R1 of 6 into 60. So delta T, you have to calculate the 7 R1 by 11, it is in the denominator. You have a value of 1 by 7. So 11 R1. Here R1 will be cancelled. Delta T dash value is equal to, we get a value of 3.8 minutes. This is the duration of time. In fifth sum, n identical bulbs, each of power P is there. All are connected in series combination to a potential of V. Therefore, the current sent by the battery for each bulb I is equal to V by R, effective resistance R. So totally NR is there. NR. Now power consumed by each bulb is equal to current flowing in the each bulb into voltage across the bulb. Here V voltage will be divided into N parts for identical bulbs, V by N. So I means here V by NR into V by N. total you get V square by N square R. So here P by N square, but power is equal to, power P is equal to V square by R. Power of each bulb is equal to V square by R. So totally power of each bulb consumed by each bulb is equal to P by N square. In the sixth sum, each bulb, identical bulb of resistance R is connected to a terminus of battery voltage V. Therefore, power consumed by bulb is equal to V square by R, which is given as 100 watts. 100 watts. Then identical bulbs are connected in series combination. R and R both are in series combination. Now the power consumed is V square by R effective. So both are in series, R plus R. Totally 2R is there. 2R is equal to P dash. That is the new power. So this is the equation 1, the equation 2. So by dividing these two, so second equation by first equation we get, so P dash by 100 is equal to V square by 2R, it is V square by R. So 1 by 2, 250 times P dash is equal to 50 watts power. In the seventh sum, 3 bulbs B1, B2, B3 are connected as shown in figure to a terminus of voltage 220 volts. First of all, we have to find the resistance. You know about power P is equal to V square by R. P square by R. So from this resistance R is equal to V square by P1. Substitute here 220 whole square by 40, we get 1210 ohms. R2 value is equal to 807 and R3 value resistance of third bulb is equal to P square by P3, that is 48.4 ohms. But in among all these, the series combination here effective, we have to find the effective resistance. So R2, R3 by R2 plus R3. So in series combination which have more resistance here, power consumed is equal to I square R. So from this here, power consumed is directly proportional to R only. So which has more resistance, R1 is more resistance, therefore the power consumed by first bulb. So power consumed by first bulb is more than, but in a parallel combination here, B2 and B3 bulbs are in parallel. In parallel combination, the low resistance bulb having a more power consumes. So in a parallel, it is in series, in parallel. So which bulbs are parallel? B2 and B3. Low resistance bulb consumes more power. Therefore, power consumed by third bulb is greater than power consumed by second bulb. This is the in eighth question. The power consumed by power across the conductor is equal to I square into Rx. So here a cylindrical conductor is there, which is connected to the terminals of the battery. So x is equal to 0 here, x is equal to L. But at a distance x, resistivity will change. Therefore, at a distance of dx, at a width of dx, which is at a distance x, the resistivity of conductor rho is equal to rho naught into x by L. So the temperature power gradient, that is dp by dx is equal to I square into drx by dx. So Rx means here, Rx is equal to rho into L. L means L, total length of the conductor by area. But rho is written as rho naught x by L into L by LL cancel. Therefore, rho naught x by A. So from this, drx by dx is equal to differentiation rho naught by x, we get rho naught by x. So the current in the circuit I is equal to total voltage V by Effective resistance. Effective resistance. How to find the effective resistance? Effective resistance is equal to rho into along a width of dx, rho into dx by area of cross section. This is for small elemental part. But the total effective resistance is obtained as on integrating dr. So rho means rho naught x. So rho naught x by a into L dx. So on integrating it 0 to L limit. So finally rho naught by a into L is constant. X differentiation x square by 2 0 to L. So finally rho naught L square by 2 into a into L. 2 into a into L. So L will be cancelled. Rho naught L by 2a. So this is the effective resistance. So now we get voltage here V by effective resistance is V by rho naught V by L. So rho naught L by 2a. So now here substitute in this equation dp by dx is equal to I square means V into 2a by rho naught L whole square into drx by dx, that is rho naught a. So finally we get v square 4. So 4v square area of cross section 1 will be cancelled, a by rho naught will be obtained into L square is there in the denominator, L square. So rho naught L square. This is the power gradient. In 9th question, discharge is representing graph between voltage and current is given like that. So at initially, at a current I is equal to 0, terminal voltage is equal to 10 volts. We know about terminal voltage, V equal to E minus IR. Here 10 is equal to E minus, the current is 0 into R. Therefore E is equal to 10 volts. This is the EMF of circuit. Similarly, at current I is equal to 2 amperes. The terminal voltage is 0. V is equal to 0. So here V is equal to E minus IR. From this 0 is equal to E is replaced with 10. 10 minus 2 into small r. Therefore R is equal to 10 by 2. We get 5 ohms. So at a maximum power, internal resistance is equal to external resistance, which is equal to 5 ohms. So we have to find the maximum power value. So maximum power is equal to E square by R. E square is 10 square means 100 by R is 5. We get 20 watts. In the 10th question, a cell of 6 volts and internal resistance is 1 ohm. Here external resistance is connected like that. We get a maximum power. Maximum power is equal to external resistance of the circuit is equal to internal resistance. External resistance is equal to internal resistance. In external resistance, if you see this circuit, this is resistance R. Here it is R and another R. So breaking of resistance takes place here. So here R, this is R, this is R, this is R, this is R. Next, this is R. All are connected like that. So these R and R are series, these are R in series. Totally 2R and 2R both are parallel. So final external resistance is equal to effective external resistance is equal to, this is 3R and it is 3R, both are in parallel, 3R by 2. So the external resistance is equal to, so effective external resistance is equal to internal resistance of the cell, which is equal to 3R by 2 is equal to 1. R is equal to 2 by 3 ohms. In 11th question, a circuit diagram is given like that. So first of all, current flowing in the circuit is, the current flowing in the circuit is 5 and 2R series here, EMF E by effective resistance, that is 7 plus X. This is the current. Therefore, power conjugate, power across 5 ohms resistor, that is equal to I square R. That is I square means E by 7 plus X whole square into 5 ohms. This power will be maximum. When power is maximum, that means 7 plus X will be minimum. So this is a minimum. So this value is minimum for X is equal to 0. In the 12th sum, a cell of EMF E is connected like that. S1 and S2 are two switches. So capacitor C, capacitor gets fully charged when so it is in complete circuit, that is when S1 is closed but S2 is open. So when the S2 is open, it is open circuit, only current sent by the battery passes through the capacitor only. Then only the capacitor gets fully charged. That means it acquires a maximum charge. In 13th sum, the circuit is given like that. So we have to find the potential difference across the capacitor. So when capacitor gets fully charged, the circuit like this is R resistance. This is a negative terminal and positive terminal, negative and positive. It is a negative and positive, voltage is V. Here it is 2V volts, resistance is 2R. So current sent by the battery is I. I is the current sent by the battery. I will close the circuit here. So totally plus 2V here. So along the current direction minus I into 2R. Next, along the current direction minus I into R, positive to negative minus C is equal to 0. So from this we have to find the current. I is equal to V by 3R. This is the current in the circuit. So then find potential difference across A and V. So I will write here potentiality A, VA. Next it is negative terminal and positive terminal. Plus 2V you get. Next, along the current direction, minus 2R into I is equal to potentiality B. So, VA minus VB is equal to 2R into I minus 2V. Therefore, 2R into I is replaced with V by 3R minus 2V. So, RR will be cancelled. So, finally, 3 to 6 minus 4V by 3. This is the VA minus VB. But we have to find the potential difference across the capacitor. So totally I will write a circuit. So this is A point A, negative terminal and positive. This voltage is V and this point is C and here B. So which one it has? Here we get a potential difference is negative value. B is higher potential and A terminal is lower potential. We got a positive symbol, it is negative symbol. So the terminal which is connected to the positive, so higher potential, that is positive, it is negative. Potential difference across them. So VA plus V plus potential difference across the capacitor VCB is equal to VB. So from this VCB is equal to so V minus 4, so 4V by 3 minus V. We get here V by 3 potential. V by 3. 14th sum in the CR circuit. The fully charged capacitor is connected to the resistor. The charge will be decays as follows. After how much time the current decays into half of its original peak value of current. So decay of current is equal to, about I is equal to I naught into e power minus t by tau, where tau is equal to C into R. So here I naught into e power minus t by tau is equal to I naught by 2. I naught will be cancelled. So e power minus t by tau is equal to 2 power minus 1. E power t by tau is equal to 2. So by applying log 2 base e is equal to t by tau. From this time duration t is equal to tau into log 2 base e. So log 2 base e value is equal to 0.693 into tau. In 15th sum, a capacitor of capacitance C and resistance R is connected to the terminals of a battery of EMF E. So given that the potential drop across the capacitor is equal to 3 times of potential drop across the resistor. You know about potential drop across the resistor is equal to V minus Vc. Substitute here. We get Vc is equal to potential difference across the capacitor equal to 3V by 4. But it is also written as V into, that is V into, so voltage, total voltage is V here. V into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. Vc is replaced. 3V by 4 is equal to V into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. V cancel. So from this e power minus t by tau is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4. 1 minus 3 by 4. Total you get 1 by 2. E power minus t by 2 is 3 by tau equal to 1 by 4. So on dividing here, e power t by tau is equal to 4. So log 4 base e is equal to t by tau. T by tau. From this, duration of time t is equal to tau into log 4 base e. Log 4 base e is written as 2 square. So finally 2 into tau log 2 base e. 2 into tau. 2 into tau. So tau means here the capacitance is given as capacitance is given as capacitance is given as 4 microfarad. 4 microfarad. And actual resistance is given as 2.5 megaohms. So substitute here. Tau is equal to, you know about tau is equal to C into R. 4 into 10 power, micro means 10 power minus 6 into resistance value is 2.5 into 10 power 6. Totally you get tau is equal to 10 only. Tau is equal to 10. So totally 20 into log 2 base is 0.69. Finally, you get an answer 13.86.